All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Ashley Pickett, and I am one of the librarians here at Flower Library. Today, I'm going to walk you through JobNow, and specifically, I am going to walk you through a lot of the changes that have been made when it comes to creating resumes with this resource. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen. Here it is. Okay, let me know if you can't see this, if something is going wonky on my end. Okay. So to access, nothing has changed in that regard. So you would go ahead and visit NCLS's website, scroll all the way down until you find, oh, there it is, JobNow, and click on that one. This is one of the ones where you would automatically need to sign in with your library card number and PIN. For me here, that one defaults to a phone number. Thinking, there it goes. All right, I do have some font settings built into my web browser, so I'm going to go ahead and back those down for you so it will look as close to, I like this one better, as close to what you will see on your end as I can get it. Well, it's a little off, but it'll work. So this is more or less JobNow's home screen. Before we continue on though, in order for individuals to routinely or consistently access any materials they create, so accessing them again and again and again, saving things, they need to create a separate account. I've already done that step, so I'm going to go ahead and go to login, and you go to login regardless. I'm going to enter my credentials, but to create an account, all you would do is click on sign up down here on the bottom. Click login, and hopefully, there we go. I am logged in. Perfect. Now, for resumes, there's a couple of different avenues that you can take. You can go ahead and look at the templates that are created for you. And these are straight up Word templates, and there are a few different kinds for you to choose from. What these would do yes, download a Word document to your computer. So you would save that, open it up, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this since I am sharing a screen through Zoom. It may not show it to you. Uh-oh, I can't get to it with that bar in the way. But anyway, what you would do is you would just highlight and edit the information as you saw fit. And they do in the red here give you some instructions along the way, but you do need some word skills in order to make this work. And it's not tailored to any profession specifically. But it is here for you to use, okay? So there are, like I said, 3 different templates, both in English and in Spanish, for you to just quickly download and run with. Now back to the homepage. There is another version of resume building here that is super important and helpful for our patrons. And this is where the big change comes in. Instead of being called optimal resume, I believe it was, it's now called skills first. I'm going to go ahead and click on this. There it goes. Okay, and it does ask you to log in again. This is normal. It's the same information that you just used to log into JobNow. There it is. Okay, again, I apologize for the Zoom settings, but I'm going to turn those down. And here is, oh, it looks a little different on my laptop screen, but this is the general idea. Here's the home page. And here you can create quite a few different things. They have some guide videos for you to use, but I like to go ahead and jump into create a resume. Here you can upload something you've already started working on, or you can edit one of their sample templates, which is the part that I really love, or you can start from scratch. I would suggest to our users to actually edit a template because it does a lot of the work for you. So I'm going to go ahead and select this. Now, this is the part that threw me when I was exploring. Your first step is you are choosing a resume style, if you will, and you're choosing it based on literally the style of the font and kind of the layout that you visually see here on the screen, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and pick this one just because I love the gray bar. Okay. Now here is where you can, oh, I should have, there it is. Here's where you can choose the field that you are interested in. So I'm gonna go ahead up here. I've already typed in librarian once, I'm gonna type it in again. Hit enter on my keyboard. They do have a resume already in here for an early career librarian. You can hit preview. And they do have quite a few different resumes to sample. And this is potentially what it could look like. Keep in mind, this content is all things you can change. Everything can be edited. Okay, but we're just previewing right now to see if it's something we would want to use. Take a peek at the language they use, see if it fits what you're looking for. They do a pretty good job. I'm going to go ahead and click up here to use the sample. And it takes a second to generate. Looks a lot different on a laptop screen than it does on a big computer monitor, but okay. So when you create your account, there is some information that you have to put in, like your own email address, your own, obviously, your first name, and probably your last name, I would guess. I might not have put that in, but it auto-populates what it can, okay? And it did that for me. You want to click the blue button to edit, and this is where your work starts. So I'm going to go ahead. You just start filling in all of these fields, and you would change the information all the way through. And this is where somebody would definitely need typing skills, of course, but they wouldn't need those word processing skills necessarily. The software, JobNow, or Skills First, if you will, it does that background work for them of formatting and laying things out, which is really, really helpful. That's why I suggested for people to edit a sample within Skills First rather than starting from scratch. It's very helpful for them. Okay. You can go ahead and click through all of these different tabs up here. They've got sections for you to kind of, whoops, edit things as you see fit. You can add other job title sections. I'm guessing this little button, yep, allows you to even delete that section if you've got too many. There's quite a bit built in there. Of course, there's even, yeah, okay, there's other sections. And then if you really want to customize your resume beyond the tabs and the sections they offer here, you can add a section yourself. So they offer those opportunities for you when creating a resume. And then as you go through, you'll notice in this blue box, they give you instructions and ideas as well, okay? So they kind of get you started in a lot of different ways here. Okay. So if I go back up to the top, of course, they allow you to reorganize things. And if you need to move things around and make it work a little bit better for what you're thinking for the flow of the resume, you absolutely can do that. You're not locked into anything. And then you can click the preview button and get an idea of what your final product will look like. And I didn't edit anything, so it looks just like what we've already seen, but you get the general idea. I've got to click on this bar here. There we go. Okay. So that's all there for you. Now, if you were ready, all set with your resume, there are some downloading options for you. You can download as a PDF. You can download as a Word document, okay? Both of those options are there for you. Their older version of the software allowed for other things. I believe there was an HTML version you could download, and there might have even been another kind of file. But for now, all I could find was downloading PDF or Word doc, okay? And then, of course, there's a ubiquitous share button here, and this functions more or less like sharing on a Google Doc or a Microsoft Doc, where you can set permissions, make somebody an editor, all of that kind of stuff. And of course, you can clone this resume. So that comes in handy when you are sending resumes to different companies or organizations and you want to tailor it to that specific place. So you have that option too. And then you could change the name of each resume so you can keep track of them. Okay. But I believe, if I remember right, it is auto saving in the background. Oh, before we go, you can change font sizes and that kind of thing here too, by the way. So if I go ahead and click on the red A to get to my profile, go ahead and scroll down. Oh, it took me home. Ah, no, it didn't. There we go. This was what I was looking for. This kind of gives you a snapshot of what you have created throughout the lifetime of your account. And I have made 3 different resumes, all probably the same librarian template, I won't lie. But you can access all of them by clicking on each, and it gives you the date that you accessed all of them as well. So that's where you would want to change the title of them just to keep track of what you're creating, but it is auto saving in the background for you. Okay, so you could go ahead and access those and keep editing. All right, so to get back to that dashboard. Yep, here it is. That's where we started the whole resume process. You can also do the same thing for cover letters. There's portfolios here, pitches, which I, to be honest, am not as familiar with, but this looks like it's going to be video based, so I don't want to mess with our Wi-Fi connection here. There are practice interview questions built in. There's really, even career assessments. So if you want somebody, if you've got somebody who wants a trusted resource for career assessments, you can absolutely send them here. This is all available for them. Okay. Now I would like to try to get back to the original JobNow page. You might have to bear with me. Lost my toolbar at the top. Oh no. All right, so I am going to stop sharing my screen real quick and then I will try starting again. So please bear with me real quick. Zoom might be getting the best of me. Okay. Ooh, there's a new share button. Nope. Okay, pause share. Nope, resume share. There we go, new share. All right. Let's see. I go here. We're going to try sharing a new page. Can you all see what looks like a Zoom account? Yes, excellent. Okay. That's where I wanted to be. I'm going to try to wiggle this toolbar out of the way that you probably can't see. There we go. It might require that I log back in, and I apologize for that, but computers, they have a mind of their own. There's one or two other things I want to show you on JobNow's homepage. Yep. Good news is it'll be super quick. Hopefully. There we go. I don't even have to log in here. There we go. All right. So when you scroll down through, there are places for you to submit your resume and receive feedback. So if you don't feel comfortable doing that at your particular library, you don't have to. You can actually have your patrons send their resumes in here and they'll get expert feedback, which I think is fantastic. And of course, so that works more, it's not a live session, but there's a live chat version right up here, kind of in the moment. So that's there too. And then over on this side, you've got interviews, skills, and other skills that are helpful for our patrons. And there's other interview tips linked here, but then there's something called Skill Surfer, which I know with the addition of Mometrics as a resource that we had very recently, we cover a lot of exams in that database and test prep, but there's also some other stuff linked here. So they have some things for SAT, PSAT, there's some AP things here. So combined between the two, Mometrics does offer more, but there are things here as well. We should have our patrons pretty covered. Okay. GED is also listed in here for practice. So you really can kind of offer quite a few things for your patrons right through this database and Mometrics as well. Okay. I think there was one other section down toward the bottom. Yep. And they also offer, there's some more career assessment things here. And there's some other links related to job coaching and job searching here for them to explore as well. Okay, but the biggest boon I will say with this resource is absolutely the skills first resume creation, because it's super helpful for our patrons. So if you don't walk away from this session with anything else, please know that resume creation is right at their fingertips, and you can just hand them a bookmark with JobNow instructions and they can run away with it. All right, do you have any questions for me? Is there anything I can answer for you?
So we can just, like, when people come in and need help, this is like, would be one of the best places to go, because you have people coming in and sometimes I wasn't sure which direction to steer them in.
Absolutely.
People, can you write my resume for me? No.
No. Yeah, we don't do that here at Flower either. I definitely steer them toward JobNow, and I will sit them down, help them get there so they know where they're going.
Right.
At home. And I will kind of point them through navigation, because sometimes it is hard to understand how to download, and it is skills first can be tricky the first few times you go through it. I understand that, and navigation is what we help with here, and then once they get going through, they'll figure out how to enter in the fields. But I would say this is the best place to turn them to for sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else, anyone? Oh,
thanks,
I have
Ashley.
a coworker.
This was great.
Yeah, no problem. I have a coworker sitting beside me. She just pointed out that I have a chat. So give me just. Oh,
no, you don't. No, you don't.
That
was just me flirting with Shelly's dog.
Has to climb in my lap.
I know, I saw that too, and I was like, "Oh, how cute!"
It's so hard not to interrupt and be like,
He's a ham. He's our library dog.
Awesome. Well, I do offer these workshops typically once a month, and there are other videos linked through NCLS's webpage with our online resources. They are in the Central Library LibGuide, and they are on all of our different resources that we offer, and they tend to be 30 minutes or less, usually closer to 20, but we can always help you out here at Flower too. Okay. So if you don't have any other questions, oh, by the way, linked along with those videos are our cheat sheets, and these will walk you through the instructions too. Oops.
That was my question.
She just told me I'm still, oh, technology is really getting me today. She told me I'm still, there it is. Cheat sheets. Goodness. See, she's sitting over here with me, whispering in my ear. I'm forgetting things. But anyway, if you don't have any other questions, it was great to see you both. And I look forward to the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.